Are you ready to learn what are the essential operations assets or your checklist basically when you're running your business? If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Lian Lai. I run a virtual assistant agency 2XU here in the Philippines where we focus a lot on what we call our business operating systems. This is basically one of the things that we do with our clients. So I'm going to dive into that today, and I post videos every Sunday and Thursday on how to work from home and how to have a business from home. So make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, when it comes to running a business, having certain assets and systems basically all set up really helps just streamline and makes the whole process just a little bit easier. And I'm a systems nerd. What that means is I love making things just make sense, putting structure to things. And I've kind of put it all together into what we're calling the 2XU BOS, or the 2XU Business Operating System. So it is a list for us of 70 plus assets, systems, processes that we can put into our client's business. And I wanted to do a series on here of the different types of assets that we usually develop and how you can do it for yourself. So we're starting off with the operations checklist. So first off, what is operations? It is basically the behind the scenes of your business. These are the things that as you are getting sales, as you are marketing, as you're doing this part, the operations is how we run things, is how we do things in the business. Basically a way to make sure that things happen as they should and to create that repeatable results when it comes to actually running your business. So for example, for us in 2XU, our operations is how we train and take care of our executive assistants, and of course how we show up for our clients. So first part of your operation checklist is supposed to be your vision, mission, and value. So this is essential because this becomes kind of the foundation block for everything else, with how you run your business, with how you move forward, with how you set projects and goals and everything else. And your vision, mission, and values, I know you see a lot of businesses probably do this, you have no idea what it actually means, but vision is just how do you see your business changing the world? Like, what is it that you guys are going towards? And mission is basically how are you doing it? So vision is what do you see, like how, I'm saying how, but like how is it that your business is going to change the world, and how are you actually going to do it is your mission. So for example, for us at 2XU, our vision is to help grow entrepreneurial value. So you as an entrepreneur, you have value in the world that you're always creating. So for us, we want to support that. And the how, our mission, is to become the operations backbone through the BOS basically, and a second-rate executive assistant. So that is our vision and mission in 2XU. So this is essential that you again develop this because it will kind of just tell about everything else that'll go on in your business. Now for your company values, I usually look at this of like, if I'm going to hire the perfect employee, as an example, what values would they need to have in order for us to keep on track on our mission so we can get to our vision? So that's kind of how I stack it up and how I see it. So for example, in 2XU, first thing is we have kindly confident, which you are growing in your own confidence and having the empathy to show up for other people. So of course, in the lieu of our mission and vision, that works towards that. Next is passionately curious, which is when you're an executive assistant, you need to be passionately curious about the world. You have to be constantly growing. That's the third one. Fourth is systems ninja, very much because we're obsessed with operations and systems that you have to be a systems ninja. And the last part is being a tribe of superheroes. So when we look at that, when we're hiring, when we're making decisions about people, of maybe letting them go, we look at those 5 values if they align, and it just makes it so much easier for us to actually do our mission and then getting to our vision. Next is creating your target audience. So when it comes to your target audience, who is your business for? Now, if you say, oh, my business is for everyone, you're probably not going to succeed or move further just because you're going to try to please every niche and industry out there. So for you, you want to narrow down, okay, who is this business for? Who am I doing this for? So for example, when 2XU started out, we were targeting a lot of authors and consultants because they were creating a lot of content and they needed a lot of operations in the back end, so then 2XU would come in. Nowadays, we've shifted our niche and our target audience a lot, but it mostly goes to people who are service-based providers who provide some sort of service for their clients, and that's for us. Like, we've narrowed that down. They're usually in the UK, US, Australia, some in Dubai, and they're usually in their mid-30s to mid-40s, in that range usually. And again, that's for us. And when we picked our target audience, we chose that one first, the authors and consultants. We've shifted. So it doesn't mean that you choose this target audience, you're locked in. You can shift later on of who you want your market to actually be, based of course on like what actually works for your business. So if you're struggling to pick your target audience, just see who is it that you're currently serving right now. What kind of type of industry or niche are they? What job titles do they have? So then you can start creating that, because it'll be, again, the basis for the next couple of assets and things on this checklist. Next is you want to go ahead and create your organization chart or org chart. So what an org chart is, it's a clear way to see the roles and responsibilities of people depending on where they are on that hierarchy or that chart. So usually it will be you and a lot of the different officers and the different roles in there, and that's very typical when you're starting out a business. For the first 2 years of 2XU, I was CEO, I was chief of marketing, I was doing sales, I was taking care of all of our EAs, so I was in delivery, and that's normal. But it's important for you to start structuring out, like, hey, if you got to 20 employees, if you get to 50, if you get to 100, what does that look like? What management types or schemes need to be on there and set, so then you don't get surprised by once you actually start growing. And this is a mistake that I made very early on, well, kind of early on, as in last year in 2XU, is I didn't have a clear org chart of getting to that point. So I'm teaching this to you guys to hopefully learn from my mistakes of create your org chart as early as now, of like, what would you like your business to look like at a certain, at different stages of the scale, so you are a bit more prepared to hire that right person before you get overwhelmed as the founder or the business owner. Next is having a standard operating procedure database. So if you have no idea what a standard operating procedure is, it's basically the streamlined way or documentation of how to do certain things in your business. So for example, how you guys post on social media, how to send emails to clients, how to get clients in the first place. So when you're creating your database, you want to first list down everything that you do need to document. So this could be as you just going through your day of like, these are the tasks that need to get done, or going from A to Z. Like, this is the experience of the client basically as they start out in the company or as they start working with us, all the way to like how you guys deliver. And maybe if you guys are offboarding that client or that customer at the very end, what does that look like? The same way with employees. What are the first things that they experience? What does the day-to-day look like depending on the roles on the org chart? So then you have a database first, because of course then the next thing that you're going to do is actually creating your starting operating procedures. So depending on who you have on your team, if it's just yourself, you want to start already creating even just the bare minimum of starting operating procedures, just so again you have a streamlined way of how you're doing things in your business. You're not just ad hocing things every single time. Next are going to be a list of operations trackers. So what they are is a way to track different things as they move about in your business. So the first one is a leads tracker, or this could also be your client relationship manager. So what this is, it tracks basically the leads or the people who are potential customers coming into your business, tracking them through, seeing where they at on the funnel that you might have already. So it's just making sure that you have their contact details, who they are, why they're interested, maybe notes from sales calls that you've had, just so you can track how the relationship started. The next thing that you need is now your client tracker. So again, this could just be all in one place in your CRM basically, or customer relationship manager, and it's a way for you to see, hey, where your clients at on the delivery, how many, how long have they been in your business, what are the things that they need, so on and so forth. So it's just a really clean way for you to track your clients or customers in your business, so you don't make the mistake of like, oh, I remember you, I don't know where I remember you from. So you have a way to go back and look at the relationship that you've had with that client or customer. Next is a really good project tracker. Now for us at 2XU, we use Notion just because they have so many really good templates. So we basically, the next thing that on this list is actually then a task tracker. So the project tracker is a way for you to see, of course, where the projects are at in your business, the progress, and it's usually tied, at least for us, it's tied to our task tracker. So we know every single time what are the things that are involved in this project and how many more tasks basically do we need to do. So we're able to track both sides of the progress of the project and being able to also track the tasks that need to get done in the business, also in the day-to-day. So for us, we both have the individual trackers for each employee into XU, and we also have a shared tracker depending on the major project that someone might be working on. Next is a really good meetings tracker. So again, could be just super straightforward and simple, has a template of the meeting that you guys do, but it's important because then you're able to check the minutes of when you made certain decisions, when you made certain changes in the business, when you made certain like discussions on certain things, so you guys can reference it in the notes later. But it's just a really clean way for you guys to again track the meetings and the things that are going on in the business. Next is a really good team tracker. So basically kind of connected to the org chart, but a way for you to track your team's information, how long they've been in the business, birthdays, so on and so forth, maybe their favorite color or destination that they want to go to, so you can give bonuses for them. But it's just a good way for you to, well, keep track of the people that you have and for them to kind of connect with each other without having to ask you like, hey, who should I ask for this? You have a team tracker that shows who they are and the roles and responsibilities from your org chart. See how this all stacks up. And finally, a really good tracker that you need are internal scorecards. Now, I got this from the book Traction, where you need to have basically the metrics that matter to you in your business. This way, you guys can always redirect. You guys can shift if things are not aligning. So for example, for us at 2XU, again, we just have ours on Notion. We can track like, hey, how many clients do we have? What are we expecting as income? We are able to see how many assistants do we currently have? How many are we still hiring for? So then we're able to have this zoomed out view of where things are at. So then it's easy for us to, again, align with our mission and our vision. Again, stacks up and with the goals that we've set for either that quarter or for that year. That is basically it on the operations checklist of what you need in your business. Now, I did just go through the basics of it because if you're here, you're probably wondering what you can add to your business. And in the next couple of videos, I'll be going through marketing checklists. I'll be going through sales checklists, basically the different assets that you might need in your business. And I'm here to help. So if you have any questions at all, please let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button right there. And if you still haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so don't miss any of my videos every Sunday and Thursday on how to work from home and how to have a business from home, which you guys can check out those two playlists right here and the latest video right here. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. And remember that small steps matters, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.